Hello, everyone. It's Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, April 21st. We're going to do a session today regarding VAX, vacation access. Going to wait a few minutes for people to come online. I saw a few of the questions. There's some questions specifically regarding how to cancel a booking, how to rebook a booking, specifically for what's happening right now with all the cancellations. I'm going to show a screen of how things are showing, but I won't really get into it. This is a unique situation, so I am going to teach and show how to create a new reservation and how to update a few things. So I'm waiting for a few people to come aboard, so I'll be able to start the process. Yeah. Okay. So I see that we have a few people here. I think we have a birthday today, right? We have Michelle. I don't know if you're on the line, if you're here on the live. Happy birthday, Michelle. Let's see. Yep. All right. Now I can see everyone. Hi, Patty. Hi, Paula. Hi, Ellen. Yeah, we have people are starting to come online. Okay, so I am going to share my screen. Hope everyone can see it. So this is the main page as you log into Vax Vacation Access. Now, Vax Vacation, I see a lot of people are mentioning, Vax, how do I book on Vax, or how much commission, how do we change? Vax is a system. Vax is just a booking tool that has all the suppliers in them. So Vax is also owned by the same company, ALG, the Apple Leisure Group, that owns Travel Impressions, FunJet, United Vacations, Southwest Vacations, Apple. All of these companies are owned by the company, but it is a software company. So it's just a tool that allows us to book things. Now, if you want to get some information regarding the specific supplier before we even go into the actual search, you can click on the supplier, and let's say, for example, FunJet. We click on FunJet Vacations. Okay, and this is their website and a few of the updates that they might have. Promotions are also here, the promo codes. You can click on them. You can click on it, and then you'll see all the promo codes. Hopefully it will populate someday. Okay. So here are the promo codes. Okay, some of these codes will auto-populate, some of them you'll need to put into the system manually. Something very important to note with these codes, especially the ultra codes have commission cap, so it will reduce your commission. It will give the client a discount, but it will also reduce your commission. So this one is 10% cap. This is a 5% cap. So it's well, and it's domestic. So might give a really good discount, but you're also reducing some of your commission. And I'll show you how, if you want to, you can reclaim back the commission. Here they're showing that if you do not want to use the ultra codes, you can just click on remove. I'll show it later. And then it'll just go away, okay? Because the default is to have the promo codes, but if you don't want them, you don't have to. Same thing for all of the other suppliers. United Vacations has it, and Apple has a few. All of these, they're here. So let's go in to the supplier. You know what? Let's do FunJet. I'm in Newark, so automatically it will give you either Newark or JFK. That it knows my default. Let's say we are going to Cancun, for example. You can pick if you want only Cancun or Riviera Maya. I normally pick Cancun and Riviera Maya, again, just as an example. You can have with kids or without kids. Let's just do adults for now. Let's pick October 12th for 5 nights. We can put some in the advanced search. I'll show it later, but we can put some information in terms of direct flights, a specific airline. We can do all of that, but I'll show it later. I'm just clicking on the very, very basic search. Okay, so it's coming up. Okay, so because I didn't put any filter, the system will give me almost like that, the cheapest option, whether it's connecting. It will start from what they consider preferred hotels. It's not sorted by order. It's whatever they want. I normally, when I do the search, either by filter or I just click on the outbound flights and I just sort it by stops, least to most, because I don't like to book or fly with a connecting flight. Note that you'll see that some of the options here are basic economy, and you have regular economy, and then you have business first. So I don't want also the difference between the basic economy and the regular one. In this case, is only $5. So I will pick the regular, and then you can also pick the time. So this is a 9:14 a.m. The next one is going to be at 10:15, but I'm going to pick this one. And then you could do the return. Again, it changed it already, so it won't be basic on the return automatically. And normally when you get an airline going in, it will give you the airline coming back. You can click on the return flights, and it will open up the options for the flights. So if you want to pick a different time, for example, you see the price is the same, but this is 12. The clients want to maybe get another hour and 15 minutes, hour and 25 minutes in Cancun. So we are going to pick that one because it's gives them an extra hour. So now we picked the flights that we want. All of our package right now, the package that we will see, all the hotels will be based on these specific flights. Now I can do the sort, but I will start first by specifically, again, you need to know the destination, but in Cancun, if you are selling all-inclusives, you need to know that 5-star is pretty much I don't know, I try not to sell anything below 5 stars in Cancun because, everyone thinks they're a 5-star. So I'll click on a 5-star, I'm looking for an all-inclusive, and specifically I'm looking for adults only. So I'm filtering all the options, and instead of 500 options, I am now looking at about 24. I can then sort them by price. Okay, they're all 5 stars. Okay, of course everyone's different, but let's say 5 stars, and they're all adults only. You could click on the promotions and see what they have to offer. You can open up the plus here, and you'll see all the types of rooms that they have to offer. So this one is a preferred club deluxe. This is this one's the same as you'll see, but this is a different this one's a different promotion. So you might have the exact same room type at the same room, but at a different price. But just just bear in mind, just note what it is that you're taking. You do have the option to just click on it, select, and you'll have the option. But what I think it's a really, really impressive feature that they have is what they call a sales email. So if you click here, create sales email, you'll notice something here will change. Okay, so I'm clicking on create sales email. Now, the create sales email changed to preview sales email, and then this got added, the add to sales email. This will allow me to create an offer, an email to send to a client with multiple hotels, and not just hotels, but I'll show you later on. So I am looking for the Secrets Capri. I personally don't like this hotel, but let's say I do. So I clicked on it. It's good value. The TRS, it's a nice option, adults only, no beach, but Okay, let's say that we do like it. I click on the junior suite, and you know what? I also really like their romance bungalow. They get like the nice. They have like a boat that is connected to it, so I'll take that one. So I have two rooms on the same property, and then let's go a little bit. So breathless. I want something with the preferred, the Excel Club. I like the Ocean View King. That's good. And then last one that I want my client to experience is maybe I don't know. Let's take the Iberostar Grand, all butler service, and I like the suites ocean front. Okay, so I picked all of them. Okay, I picked the ones that I want. I can even go further than that and not just hotels. I can click on features, which I'll show later. I just want to preview the sales email so you guys can see it. And then I'll go back to features and I'll show you what other things you can actually add to this preview. So when I click on preview sales email, what you are getting are the flights that you picked. The flights are set. We can't pick multiple flights, but these are the flights that we picked. And then all the hotels that we have are sorted by price. So the first one that I selected is the Capri, and that's the price. And then the next one, and all the hotels that we picked are actually showing here. The nice thing is when you send this to a client, these links are clickable. If they click on it, it takes them to the FunJet reviews. Some of them, let me see. I'll try and click on it. I don't know if they'll work, but I'll try and send it to myself. So I'll show you. But these links are clickable. They can see some reviews, like TripAdvisor reviews. They can see some things, and they don't have the option to book. They can't book using that. Okay. Um, you do have the option, I think, to remove prices if for some reason you don't want them to see prices. See, the prices got they're erased, but I don't know why you wouldn't want them to see the price. What I'll normally do is I'll send it to myself, and I could write something or and then just email it to myself. I'll show you later the email. Um, I still have it here, the preview. So what I am going to do right now, I'm going to click on features. I do have the transportation that was added automatically, but what I am going to add as well, I can add travel protection if I want to, or if I want uh, sightseeing tours. So I would highly recommend, I don't know, this one, and I think they're really going to love that one and this one as well. So I am just going back to the preview sales email. And then you are actually sending now, you're sending them an option with all the hotels, with all the features, all the tours, everything in one spot. When do I use it? I use it when a client says, you know what, I don't know what I want. I want Cancun, I want Jamaica, I want Punta Cana, I want Aruba. It will take you, if you know the properties, it will take you maybe 5 minutes to create the sales email. You could change a few of the things and you can just send it to them and it'll be really fast. I normally wait like 10, 15 minutes between emails, so they'll think that it took me a long time to work on it, but it's pretty fast. Let me remove the banner. I see the banner is a little maybe in the way. Okay, sorry. Um, here with the transportation, for example, as you can see here, you can always edit, remove. You can do all of these things. If you've already booked, you can email the itinerary. This one, the one that was selected was the Now Sapphire. Any questions about this basic and the sales email before I continue? Okay, I'm going to continue right for now, but if anyone has any questions on this, I will just continue as we go along. So I picked the hotel that I wanted, and I am going to check out. Okay. So here in the checkout screen, you always have the option to update the rooms, the categories. You can always play with it and change as you know as you see fit. This one is no cancellation, no changes allowed. So see if that's something that you actually want. If not, if the client wants something that is a little more flexible, we can still pick that one. Okay, gives it a second, and then it gets updated with the new price. Let me see if they have a promo code here that was added. Promo codes are normally here. They didn't. It didn't show. It didn't populate. Maybe it's not applicable to that one. I'll try and find one. But if there was a promo code and you didn't want it, you'll have a link here that says remove promo code, and it will go away. And let's say, for example, the promo code did work and it reduced 400, but it took away from your commission. Commission is normally priced here. So if I click booking administration, you'll be able to see this is the original and this is the adjusted. Why is it adjusted? Because you have the option to adjust your commission. If you want to add a $100 booking fee, click on set commission and you'll see this is the original and this is the adjusted. You'll notice that it's 214 and this is 304. It's not $100. They take 10% of everything that you add. So just remember, whatever you add, if you added $100, you're actually getting 90. So just remember, you do have the option to show it as a line item, so the client will know that he's paying for the $100. If not, yeah. If you click on set commission, as you see, it was 2188.37. It will now be 2288.37. If you change your minds, I'll click on the edit later, or you didn't want 100, you wanted 200, or you needed 75. You click on it, and then you can always change it, either scale it to 75 or even write 0. It will go away. It'll go back to the normal one. I'll click here. It'll go back to 2188. When you add it here, it's seamless to the client. The client will see a price of whatever you wrote. There's no breakdown. But remember, I mean, you do need to be competitive, but if it allows it, or you think you have a really good price rate, you do have the option to mark it up as you go along. Insurance or transfers, something that I will always mention here with transfers. Always look at if you have a family of 4 or 6, or several people traveling together. This is transportation from your hotel, complimentary upgrade to nonstop, which is nice. But let's say I had more than 2. I had 4 people. So 4 people would be $216 for a nonstop transportation, which it's still nice, which is a nonstop. But a private transfer up to 6 people will be 121. So always compare and see if it makes more sense to purchase private transportation versus a family of 6 times 54. You're paying over $300, and this one is it's only 121 private transfer for 6. Even if you have a party of 8, it'll still be cheaper to get private transportation. Yes, there's a limit of how many hotels and how many features you can add, but you don't want to include too many options. Even with hotels, it just confuses people. If you send them 5, I try to send maybe 3, 4 max. Maybe another category or 2 with the same property, but you don't want you really don't want to give them 7 or 10. It'll just really confuse them. Christine's asking if Fungit would refund the transfers if you take private. Not the case in Apple. So in some cases, the transfers are as a package. Apple has it already built in. I think Delta Vacations, for example, which is not part of this system, also has it packaged in, and you can take it off. But in the others, like Funjet, like United Vacations, Travel Impressions, it's broken down. You can take it off. But yes, if you with Apple Vacations, the share transfers are included. If you take private, you just need to add the private. I don't know why they do that, but it is what it is. Um, so I want to show you this as well. So this is a recent search that I did. I was looking for Funjet. Remember United Vacations, now Sapphire. I have the Deluxe Junior Suite Tropical View King. Now and these are the dates. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to change the search, and I am going to switch it from Funjet to United Vacations. Same, we'll call it same search. Okay, I'm not changing anything. I am going to, this is the advance. So I am going to do nonstop so I don't get any, other options. But let's click on search. Again, identical, supposed to be identical search. That's what we're going for. Price was $21.88. Let me just write it down, $21.88. I should have looked the commission as well, but we'll go to, I think it was $214. All right. I have a few people joining in. Hi, Annie. Okay, so now Sapphire, we had. Okay, this one has a promo. We'll go into the promo later. I'll show you how to remove it if we don't want it. But this one automatically had the promo. This was a Deluxe Junior. Here it is. The price was $21.88. Okay, same flights. We didn't want the 12. We wanted the 1, but it's the same price. Okay, so this is identical. Okay, identical option. You'll see, I think the transfers are a little cheaper. In general, 1973 versus 2188. So both companies, 1973, 96, 2188. So 204. That's the amount of the commission. $214 difference in the price for the same exact product. Let's see the commission. The commission is much lower. The commission is 147.04. Now let's say we want to match it. So 67 plus their 10% of, let's do $75. So right now I'm at around the same commission and I had before, and I still saved $100. Or I can still add that $100 because it was $21.88. So now I'm at $21.48. I still saved my clients $40, and I increased my commission by about $80. I will always recommend you to check with multiple suppliers, even if they're at the same brand, like under the same umbrella. Now, as you can see here, I have United Vacations as an option, and I have Funjet Vacations as an option. These are the same options. I can click on them and hit compare. I just want to make sure that it's the same one. This is a Deluxe Junior Suite Tropical. It's the same one. These are the same flights, transportation, everything. And then the price, of course, I remember that in United Vacations, because I added a few things, I have $305 commission, if I'm not mistaken. And this one has a $214. So this one is $40 cheaper, and I'm getting about $100 more in commission. So you can put them side by side and review. You can do the same thing with Create Sales Email, with all the options. You can review what United Vacation here has to offer if they have promotions. Same thing for transfers. Now, Mary says that every time. Well, I found that from Newark, United is almost always cheaper. I didn't look at the flights before. I didn't review the option. This just came up. I normally find that United vacations are cheaper when you're out of Newark. I think Houston probably. So when it's direct flights, you'll probably find United is cheaper. As you can see here, they have the promo code, the $107.88. Let me drop all of our adjustment to the commission because I want you to see the real one. Okay, so the actual rate is $1973.96 with, I think it was $146 in commission. And the reduction was the 108. That's the discount that the promo code is offering us. Let's go to the names, and as you can see here, I can do remove promo code. When I do remove promo code, we will lose the discount, but it will go back and update. So the price before promo is $2,081. Commission is 197. So the discount was about $146. The drop in commission, 63. It was one. 146. I think the drop in commission is like $50 and the savings is like $108. So in this specific situation, even if you want to give your client the best price, it would make more sense to use the promo code and mark up the difference. You'll get a higher commission. So the price, let the price drop to $1973.96 and then mark it up back. You will get more commission, even if you. I hope that makes sense. If someone's not following me, I can show you what I mean. But the promo codes normally will make more sense if you use them, and you can mark it up back again. Okay. So yeah, we can compare. Now, as you guys probably know, with FunJet or with Vax, let me go back to the email. Let me see if I can share my email as well. Let me just open it up so we'll see the email. If you, in case, let me just 1 second. Oh, I think it went to my spam. Yeah, it went to my. Sorry. Okay, I'm sharing my screen with my emails. Going back to my invoice, the email. So here you can see the email that was sent out to the clients. I hope everyone can see me. And then these are the links to all of these. Just 1 second. Can you guys see my emails? Okay, now you can. I'm sorry. Okay, so here are my email. Here's my email. This is the email that we received. These are all the links. You can click on the links. The client can click on the links, and it will take them to the VAX links. No, can't see that one either. Just 1 second. Let me share another screen. All right. Hopefully now you can see my exact screen. I hope so. Or not. Well, I let's see if that one works. No, for some reason it's not. I can't share the actual email, but I would just you can review it. Just send yourself the email, and then you will be able to um, just see what I'm referring to. Okay, let's go back. Okay, let's see if there's any other questions about this. Doesn't seem like it. Um, okay, let's do another search. We'll do a multi-destination trip. I am going to multi-destination. I am doing. Let's use Blue Sky Tours, which is another company that part of the ALG group, and they do mostly Hawaii. So we'll do Hawaii Air Hotel multi-stop for 2 adults. They are going to leave out of let's do San Francisco, so we'll make it a little easier. They're leaving out of San Francisco, let's say May 5th, that's fine. They are going to Honolulu for, let's say, 3 nights. They need a hotel. They don't need a car in Honolulu. And then we will continue and we'll go to Maui from there. They need a flight, they need a hotel, they'll need a car. It's fine. They'll actually stay there for 5 nights. And then I have another destination. From Maui, they will go to, okay, yeah, from Maui, they will go to, they'll go to Kauai. Always finish in Kauai. 5 nights, you have to have, okay, here. And then they're going back to San Francisco. They can go somewhere else if you want to, but I'm bringing them back home to San Francisco. And then I'm clicking on the search. It will be the same as if you would use Funjet, and you'll do Newark to Paris or Houston to Paris, and then Paris to London, and then London back. I'll even do another search that I'll show you that I don't need flights in the middle. Um, these are these are the options, for example, that they're offering here as a package. Yeah, no. We'll do. I always do stops least to most. Again, I don't like connecting flights, so I am picking the, let's say, the published 10 a.m. is fine with Hawaiian, or I can do Delta. Delta is a connecting flight. I always pick direct. Continuing on the Hawaii Air flights, I'm not taking a 5 a.m. flight. I can sort it, afternoon, morning, evening. Let's do evening. 5 p.m. It's fine. This one was from Honolulu to Maui, and then after I'm doing Maui to Kauai. 3 p.m. It's fine. And then the flight back home, um, it might still pick the, cheapest option. I always take the least, but there's no options here, so it has to have a connection. Yeah, 2 hours 45 minutes. Yes, of course it arrives the next day, but we're fine. So now I have all the flights in one itinerary that I can show. Now it's time to look at hotels. They already set the hotels they're preferred, but of course, if I don't like any of the hotels that they offered, I can click on hotels. I can go back to the filter, if I want a 5-star, 4-star property, if I want to sort it by any way that I want to sort it by, I can. Let's do 4 and 5-star properties just to see what's out there. You cannot do a sales email when you're doing multi-destination. Okay, it won't show as an option. You can only do it at separate emails. So you can later, if you want to send a sales email to your client, you can create an email without flights, hotel only for Oahu. Send them 3 options. Another email, 3 hotels for Kauai, and then another email with 5 hotels to Maui. Okay, so I like I don't like that one. It's not on the beach, but I love the Turtle Bay. It doesn't seem like it's available. So I can't really pick it, but let's say the Outrigger, or let's say the Hyatt Regency. I think it's just one street from the beach, so it's not really beachfront, but let's say it's fine. Let's do the Aston, it's fine. This is just as an example, the Kauai Beach Resort, or again, I can do whatever. The point is that I can create an itinerary, one itinerary for the entire trip with all the flights, all the destinations. I didn't click on checkout, so they won't show. Okay, I clicked on the checkout. Yeah, selected flights not available. That's awesome. You don't really like it when it happens, but it happens. And I guess that's the reason why I can't. Let's change the thing. I think it's because I did Hawaii and Delta. Let's stick with the Delta round trip. See if that will give me the option. Yep, it's the Delta round trip. So I can click on email, print itinerary. That's for some reason still, is it showing? Yeah, it is showing now. So I can see all the flights, all the options, all the hotels, plus tons of terms and conditions. Specifically, be careful with Hawaii, be careful with Los Angeles, be careful with Vegas, Orlando. I don't know if I've mentioned they all have parking fees, resort fees. See, imposed $42 plus tax per room per day. Everything is in addition to the price that you see. So Hawaii, Vegas, Orlando. Just be careful because they all have tons of fees. So here are all the options. I can just click preview, send it to myself, and then forward it to the client. And you have one itinerary with everything. Any questions about this? I am going to show something else, again, still with the advanced search, but a little more complex. I'll do Europe. Any questions for this specific? Doesn't look like it. So I'm going to continue another advance, but this is advanced. So I am going to do FunJet. And I'm going to do still multiple destinations. So FunJet. I'm not doing Mexico, Caribbean. I'm doing Europe. All right, Europe multi-stop. So I am looking to fly out of, let's say Newark. I am flying to London for 4 nights. I am going to my next destination. My next destination is Paris, but I don't want to fly to Paris. Okay, I just need a hotel in Paris. And in London, I don't need a rental car. I'm not driving on the other side. And then I can, let's say I'm staying I need a hotel for 5 nights. But after the 5 nights, I am going to my sister's house for a wedding, and it was already booked somewhere, and I don't need a hotel for the remainder 5 nights. So I'm adding another destination, and the other destination is um, where is it? It's Paris again. And in the Paris now, this time it's still 5 nights, but I'm staying at my friends. I don't need a hotel. I don't need a rental car. I don't need anything. Why would I do this? So my flight back home, instead of the 10th or 15th, will be on the 20th. So I have 5 more nights that I don't need any accommodation. I don't need anything, but I'm still adding this as an option. Now I don't know if maybe May is too soon, so I don't know if anything will come up. I probably should have tried September or something, but I'll give it a go. If that doesn't work, I'll change it to September, just so we'll see. Um, Of course, when you're doing a multi-stop, when you're giving the system tons of options, it will take them a while, but looks like it worked. So I am doing Lufthansa from Newark to London. This is a direct flight, actually operated by United. So I will later even go and check back. Maybe United is cheaper, but you always have that option. And then I have the Paris to back to Newark. Remember, see on the 20th. Let's see if is there a direct flight. There's no direct option for this specific, but it's fine for now. Now we have the hotel in London from the 6th. You see, I left on the 5th. I'm arriving on the 6th. The 6th, I said 4 nights, and then I said 5 more nights here, and then my flight back is on the 20th. Okay, so I picked 4 nights in London, 5 nights in Paris, another 5 nights that I'm staying nowhere. Okay, I'm not staying anywhere because I have whatever friends, Airbnb, whatever I booked on my own. You can still book it, and you can still create a package with it, even if you haven't booked the whole nights. Even if I don't know. Okay, you can do everything. If they don't want the hotel in London, you could do the same. They want the trip to London. They don't need a hotel in London, and then from there they need to go to Paris, and Paris is the actual vacation. So you can play with it, and you can add, I think, up to 4 or 5 destinations. Um, any questions about this, about what I did here? And of course, every one of them you could click on hotels, change them, change the hotels, change the categories, change everything about it. Click on booking administration, mark it up, change it. You could do whatever, same as I showed before. Any questions? Anything about this? Okay. Do have options here, as you probably know, with the suppliers, where you could search. You could do SeaWorld, you can do Southwest Vacations, you can do tons of options, it's not just the regular, Mexico, Caribbean, Europe. There are a lot of options. You can buy SeaWorld tickets only, Universal tickets only, or packages. Can we do rail? I don't think you can do rail. I normally just purchase the rail directly. Could do Rail Europe, but I will normally go directly to the train company and book the rail, or Eurostar, or just book it on my own. I know they have some cruise options. I've never used them. If your host doesn't offer high commission on cruises, you can maybe click. I actually have never tried this option. I think that's pretty much it for this. Okay, now I'm going to show option for groups. Something if you are interested. I think I have one group here under travel impressions. Yeah. So I clicked on groups. I want to show you something that they have, which I think it's nice. If you have a group booking and you have an inventory, you could see this one as a group that I have. You can see you see the hotel, all the room categories, what you have that is available, what is sold out. Um, you can see all the reservations that are booked um, under the group as the contract makes it. I think a little. I think it makes it easier. You can see how they paid. Oh, something that I don't think I showed in a regular booking. Once you have a booking in general, doesn't have to be a group. You can always click on payment request. The payment request will create some sort of a link that you could send to your client. I normally send it to myself and then send it to them, which they can. They have the link, the payment link, and they can make their own payment. So if you want to send it to your clients, they can make their own payments. If they don't want to give you the credit card, you don't have a CRM that captures the credit cards. Um, you can just click on payment request and it will send it to them. The problem with this is the default is always payment in full. So if you send it to them, just make sure that they're aware they only need to pay the deposit. Otherwise, the system will ask to pay it in full, and then you have a problem. When you do a search, you can search flight hotel or just the group contracted rate. Specifically, this is Dominican, so that's the only thing because that's in my contract. Only the dates will pop up. Um, and then when you do the search, you will get the negotiated price. This is a group contract. This is not a groups your way. This is a group contract that we put a deposit on. When you click on it, of course, only one hotel will populate because this specifically for the contract, and it will show you all the rooms that are available, all the categories. If it's not and it's not available, it will be on request, and you can just click on request, and then they'll build it. But I find the system um, pretty easy to use. Um, you can here again create sales email and send it to the guests if they want a luxury room or a diamond room, just to see the comparison. So Dana is asking, can you briefly explain the deal of the day? That's a lot of tour operators. Okay, so deal of the day, you have um, different types of deals. You have deals of the day and you have a mystery deal. Deal of the day pretty much means a really cheap, good bargain deal, not non-refundable, non-changeable. You probably will have to pay everything in full at the time of booking. These are normally the deals of the day. Um, it's possible that you'll have reduced for the air, but the hotel portion you'll have to pay in full. That's deal of the day. Now, the mystery deal is that you don't know what hotel. I think I forgot who started it, but there was a website that started it. The one with William Shatner, that he was the presenter of like a mystery hotel that you don't really know what you are getting. Um, yeah, deal of the day, non-refundable, even with insurance. So deal of the day, really reduced, uh, but comes with the price. And the mystery deal, you can try and kind of estimate. I don't think I ever booked one, but I've seen several people who booked it. You'll normally get an AM resort, something in the preferred. There are some methods to try and kind of guess what property you are going to get. but it's only, I mean, it's, you'll get, you should know approximately the 2 3 properties that you might, right, price line, yeah, name your price or whatever. No, that's something else, but yeah, price line. The mystery deals. So um, so you don't know what you are going to get. You pay them in full. You're in penalty. You click on it, and then either closer to arrival or after you make the booking, you will get an email saying this is the hotel that we picked for you. I personally have never booked something like that. Um, I know the properties. I know the difference between one 5-star property and another 5-star property, or one says oceanfront and the other one says oceanfront, and these are two different experiences. Um, Christine says that she booked several 6 golden apple square deals, no brainer for the most part. Okay, you can, if you have a specific, how many, I don't know how many 6, or I don't know if they have 7 golden apple properties. You can try and take a guess, but the client is the one that is taking the risk. If they're okay with it, that's good. I think I offer it from time to time in the sales email, but I've never. It's not something that I would recommend personally, so I'm not really pushing for it. If someone wants it, I'll book it. I don't. Um, I prefer to pick the property. Um, I think they have some education options here, probably on this one, on how to work on Vax and how to do some of the supplier training. But I think I covered pretty much everything. Um, if once you booked something, you can retrieve it based on last name, confirmation number, all of that. Um, One more thing that I don't normally use, when you do the search, and I showed you the bookings that we had on the right hand side. Let me do just a quick search. You can save the itinerary. You can save the itinerary on the side, and then you can retrieve the saved itineraries. It doesn't save the price. It doesn't save anything. So yeah, it's May. Let's go to. So sad that we're looking for. There are no flights in May. So September. Click on search, and then system is a little slow. Okay. Okay, here it is. So we have it, all the options that we looked before. You can click here on the right hand side and you do save, not compare, save. Yeah, you can save the itinerary, live test facts. Save your itinerary. I'm just guessing. I've never actually used it. Retrieve saved itinerary. And here, I have it. Now, it will just save the actual itinerary. It doesn't guarantee the price. It doesn't guarantee anything. But it may be an easier access to maybe do the search later. Personally, I like to take client information, all of that. When we think that there's an option that they might like, I'll probably just put a hold on it. So I personally haven't used this, but here you do have the option, and then maybe it's an easier access instead of doing the search again. Can you upgrade to business class? With For sure, you could do it with the United. I think that you could do it with here. So the cabin, you could do preference, so you could search for first class. But even if you are not clicking what your preference is, I think I saw an option before. When we looked at the actual flights, I'll try it. Okay, going back to the outbound flights. So here, as you can see, this is basic economy, this is regular S-class bulk fare, and this is business class, first class. So you do have the option to pick first class. I don't know if you could do half first class, half regular economy. We can try it, see if it works. I don't think this system will allow it, but let's give it a try. I don't think so. I'm going to try and pick economy. I think it will change the departure as well. Yeah, it's economy. So you can't, in this system, you can't do half business, half economy, but you can probably call it in, put it on a courtesy hold, call them, and you should be able to do half and half um, if you wanted to. Yeah, yeah. So Sharon says, yeah, you could do it with United Vacation, that's for sure. This is with travel impressions. You can do that too. Um, any other questions? So this is the Now Sapphire. It says flash deal, non-refundable. This is the deal of the day. As you can see, no cancellation, no changes allowed. If I click on checkout, I want to see if I need to pay it in full. Normally, when it's not payment in full, you can hold it for 48, 72 hours without making any payments. I think here in the price, you'll see deposit due is on the 21st today. So you have to pay almost everything. I think you're not paying the transfers or something. So deal of the day, you have to pay it in full. Now, if I go back, I think United Vacations and Southwest Vacations specifically are different right now because they still allow reduced deposits. So let's click on United Vacations again. And I'll pick a hotel that is not deal of the day. So we'll be able to compare. And I think after that, I'm pretty much done. So if anyone has any more questions while I'm finishing this, just let me know. If you're not clear about what is run of the house is pretty much whatever the hotel will have available when you check in. It it is normal. Normally, it means the cheapest category in the hotel. But if it could they could get an upgrade, but it normally means that the cheapest option around. So this one is not doesn't look like it's um I hope oh yeah, I'm looking at September, so that's good. I'm taking a bulk rate economy, which is also important because if you take bulk, you will be eligible for the reduced deposits. Christine is asking if I booked any multi-air cities shared hosts. I think if I understand the question correctly, yes, I have. I showed Hawaii multi-destination with hotels. I showed Europe with Paris and London with even a stop and with flights in the middle, without flights in the middle. You could do tons of stuff with it. Preference between Funjet and TI. Check with your host if your commission is higher. I think for us, TI's commission is a little higher. Sometimes Fungit will have a promo code that is better. As you can see here, that was the whole point of me doing this. Today is the 21st. We have 3 days. You can put $250 deposit per person after 3 days. So you can hold it for 3 days, no payment. After that, $500 deposit, and then final payment is due on the 8th. They do have something like an uplift. I don't know if you ever want to touch this, but it's like a loan that they take and they can make monthly payments. Uh, Again, depends on your market, depends on what you sell, but this could be a really good advantage if you are comparing to Expedia or something that's with a package you have to pay everything in full. This gives you an option of only $250 as a deposit. Um, Two travelers coming from different airports but sharing a hotel in location. Um, I know it's new. I don't think I ever tried it before. I heard that it's doable. Um, Let me just see. Keep in mind when you book a package, the air penalties are for the whole package. You can't just get a refund for the air and then voucher for the hotel. Well, yes and no, Paula. It depends. Again, I'm not talking about the pandemic issue right now. This is a once in a 100-year thing. Once it's done, I don't foresee something like this happening anytime in our lifetime. So we'll see. But I know right now they're saying that if the flights get canceled and they are refundable based on the airline, for example, United, you can get a full refund for the air and you can get a voucher for the hotel, or you can get the hotel refunded as well. But it depends on the property, depends on the brand, depends on so many things. And this is like really unique situation what we have right now. Um, so two travelers coming from the same. Let's see. Let's see if we can do it. I heard that it's possible. I've never tried it before. I don't think I had the option. What we needed to do in the past is book two people from the same destination call, and they will create a new tab, and in the other tab they will have just the flights of the other person, or something like that. That's what we did in the past. I don't know if it's new, that they do allow it now. Let's give it a try. The reservation at the end will look like this, where you have a tab for flights for person number one. This specific person is leaving out of Newark. And then the second person, for example, is leaving out of Chicago. Click on it. And this is Chicago to Cancun. This is Frontier. The other one was United. And this is the shared hotel. As you can see, each of the tabs, they have their own price, but it's possible. You can do hotel, flight, hotel. I'm going to show you how it's done. It's a little long, but it's probably a lot easier than having to call Funjet. No, you can do it with Travel Impressions, Funjet, Apple. I don't think you could do it on United. So let's take Funjet for example. We'll pick the option. This is multiple Origin Air shared hotel. And I am going to do again, well, we'll start from Chicago, for example. On the first search, you'll do one room, one adult. All right, we'll pick the dates. Let's pick September 12th for 5 nights. Oh, October 12th. Yeah, that's fine. And I didn't pick the destination. Let's do Cancun. As soon as it opens up, there's going to be like a blank screen that you need to fill. But what we are doing pretty much is first person flights, second person flights, and then the hotel for both of them. So I am picking, let's say this flight, it's direct flight, Spirit Airways. Well, let's do Let's do something else because I don't want anything that has to be paid on the as soon as it booked. I don't know if it will let me with Spirit, so I'm just doing American, for example. Um, Changing the return, always direct flights. And I picked it. Now I am going to check out. Based on my understanding, this is the point where you need to select insurance. If you are planning on purchasing insurance, this is where you need to add it. If you won't add it here, you won't have the option for it to be included in the air. So if you need insurance, click on it here. If you don't need insurance, decline it. You'll need to put the names. Ever. And phone number. Sure. And I agree. Okay, so hopefully this will finish and we are done with step number 1. Let's see if it works. Yeah, step number 1. Note that it says this package requires a hotel. Please book a hotel as part of this package. You also have this thing that says add party. So we're adding party. Again, I am going to change and do 1 person. Okay, and now we're not doing Chicago, now we're doing Newark. And let's try and do direct flights so we don't have to do the additional step. Okay, still second step, same as we did before. We pick the outbound. I don't want the basic economy. I'm picking the regular one. It's only $3 more. It already picked the return. That's fine. Only flights. Okay. Step 1, flights for person number 1. Step 2, flights for person number 2. Again, with the insurance, if you want it. Okay. Whatever. And you agree. You confirm passenger. You see change. It's not checkout. It's not. It just says confirm passenger. So we're finalizing step 2. Okay, so we have the flights for person number 1, person number 2. Again, this package requires a hotel. So we're adding a party. Step number 3. What we're doing right now is we're keeping it as 2 adults. Okay, that's the one that we're doing now. And in the blank reservation screen, what I'll do is I'll just pick the hotel. I don't know if you could do hotel and add features and tours maybe in addition. I don't know if it makes things complicated and just create a new reservation just for tours, but I'm picking the hotel. You could see the people, person number 1, person number 2. Now we have the hotel. I'm picking the hotel that I want, selecting. And check out. I think you still have to write the names again. Yep, no insurance. Again, the names. For the transfers, doesn't really matter for now. You could see all the breakdown on what's due with all the segments because there's tons of segments. We could take a look at it later. I agree, confirm the passenger. And once we're done, this is step number 3. So we're done. We've reached the screen that I showed you at the beginning, where you see flight for person A, flight for person B, and hotel for person A and B, or 1 and 2. Let's see. Hopefully it worked. Yep, it did. Each tab has their own line. So the hotel portion is 1517. This flight is, if it will ever work, was 400 or something like that. Yeah, 476. And then person number 1. Now, when you send the itinerary to yourself, and this was 496, when you send the itinerary to yourself, you will see you see all the breakdown, and you still have like what the total is. Is that the right? Yeah. Yeah, so flight for person number 1, flight for person number 2, hotel for both. This is the total. This is how much they need to put in the deposit. All the information is here, and you'll get one itinerary. Let's see, if I click email, will I get all of it? Flights. No, these are just the flights. I don't know if there's a way to get it all. Maybe when we do maybe when we do the hotel. You could try later on, send it to yourself and see if you are getting the full itinerary. Looks like this is just a hotel. You can try maybe copy paste, right? Put all the information, like send yourself 3 and just copy and paste. Maybe there's an option to get them all. I'm not seeing it at this time. That's it. I am going to connect this video to the original video that I have uploaded, and it'll be in the system. Thank you. Bye, everyone.